Daf Tzadi. Tzadi Aleph, sorry. We're going to start with Bezdat Hashem. Daf Tzadi Aleph. The Gemara says, we were in the middle of discussing the mahloket, whether, the Gemara called it seemingly a mahloket Tanaim, whether אחד בחייו ואחד במותו יש להם כתובה בנין דכרין או אין להם כתובה בנין דכרין. Meaning, if one of the wives died when the husband is alive, and therefore her children are shayach, the only way they're getting the ketubah of the mother is ketubah b'nin dichrim, when they take it as a portion of the inheritance, where the other wife outlived the husband and became almanah. When a woman outlives a husband, becomes an almanah, the ketubah is payable as a chov, as an obligation. So they're taking the ketubah as an obligation. When they come to inherit the money, they're going to say, we want to split the money equally, and you guys are just taking your ketubah. We're not taking our ketubah. We're not getting a ketubah from the father. We're getting the ketubah from our mother. So why should we lose out when we're getting from... There's two wives and two ketubot. One of the wives is taking, the children are going to take the ketubah as a portion of their inheritance. Inun yartun. They're going to inherit their ketubah as a part of their inheritance. The other sons don't have to inherit it from the father because it was already payable to the mother. And they're getting it from the mother. The mother is owed the money from the father, and they're getting it from the mother. So they say, why should you get a ketubah from the father when we're not getting a ketubah from the father? The question is, can you say, well, you got it from your mother. Your ketubah was paid. That's the question. Right? So the Gemara quoted a Braita. Let's see the Braita. The Braita says like this. It's around 6 lines up on Tzadi Amud Bet. V'hani Tanae ki hani Tanae. These Tanaim are like these Tanaim. The Tanya. Nasat Rishona umeta. He married his first wife, right? And she died in his lifetime. Nasat Shniya. Then he married the second wife, umetu, and then he died. Right? Ba'im banea shelzu. Le'achar mita, the sons of this one comes after he dies. V'notlim ketubat imam. So Rashi learns that banei shelzu is going on the second one's children, and they take the mother's ketubah. Right? Rabbi Shimon Omer. So, meaning, and the first one banei, only one of them is taking the ketubah. So that means who's taking the ketubah? Only the second one. Why? Because it's payable as a chov. But the first ones are not getting ketubat iman. The first ones are not getting it l'chaura because it's ahab b'chayav ahab b'moto, and in that case you don't get ketubah b'nin dichlim. Like we said, the Bishimon Omer, im yesh motar dinar, if there's an extra dinar on top of the 2 ketubot, elu notlim ketubat iman. Then even the first ones take ketubat iman. Ve'elu notlin ketubat imam. Ve'emlav holkim b'shaveh. It's not. They split the inheritance equally. Now he's not saying that the bnei shniya are not going to get. They're getting it as a whole. But the inheritance they split equally. What are they arguing about? Clearly, the Tanakama is not giving everybody ketubat iman, and Rabbi Shimon is. That's what it seems like, right? Because if you understand, it says ba'im banei shelzu. This one's children come and take. Sounds like this one and not the other one. Which one gets the second one? Because it's payable to them. Says Gemara, Maila behaka mifligi. Demor savar. One holds ahad bechayav, meaning that Rabbi Shimon holds ahad bechayav, ahad bemoto yesh lahem ketubah b'nin dichrim. Umor savar, and the Chachamim hold ahad bechayav, ahad bemoto en lahem ketubah b'nin dichrim. Says Gemara, Allah. No, you can't prove it from there. The Kule Alma will tell you really everybody holds a Haber Hayav, a Haber Moto, one will in the life and one in death. Yes, Lam Ketubah Minin Dichrim. Ve'hacha bedinar mekarka'e kamifligi. They're arguing whether you need, we're on page Sadi Aleph now. No. Show them the place. Right there, you see, on the top corner. Right? Ve'hacha over here, bedinar, right, first word on the page. The hacha over here, bedinar mekarka'e kamifligi. They're arguing whether the dinar that you have to have extra over the value of the 2 ketubot, is it enough if it's metaltalin, if it's movable objects, or does it have to be from real estate? Right? Mor savar mekarkain metaltelelo. The Tanakama holds
from the land only.
Tanakama holds only from the land. Umor savar and Rabbi Shimon holds afilu mi metaltele. Could even be metaltelin. And so when Rabbi Shimon came and he said, Im yesha motar dinar, he means if there's any sort of motar dinar, if there's any extra money, even if it's not karka, it's okay. Look at Rashi. Bedinar mekarkaeka miflagi. Iba'ina nahu motar shiye sham shte ketubot v'dinar. We say before you can make ketubah benin dechrin, you have to have the value of the two ketubot plus extra dinar. Why the extra dinar? What's so special? So that when you divide after you finish dividing the inheritance according to the ketubot, which is not the way the Torah said to divide it, right? Normally in the Torah inheritance, everybody gets an equal share. Then we'll have at least one dinar, which is somewhat of amount of money, to divide in equal shares according to the standard Torah procedure. Question is, what type of inheritance? The dinar mikarkaot. Does it have to be from karka? Over here we're talking where they have an extra dinar, but it's only movable objects. Tanakama says the first one's children don't get. Why? Because you don't have enough extra to have an extra dinar of karka. Motar dinar koldu, as long as there's an extra dinar, even though it's not from karka, shakli, they get to take. Says Gemara, Umi matzita martachi, could you say that that's what Rabbi Shimon is saying, third line from the top? Could you say that? That he's saying that even if it's not karka, it's okay to be the extra dinar? Fatanam, we learned Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Shimon says, Afilu yesham nechasim she'en la macharayut, even if there is on top of the value of the two ketubot, you have a dinar, but it's nechasim she'en la macharayut, it's not real estate, enam klum, it doesn't mean anything. Ad sheyeh sham nechasim she'esh la macharayut yeter al bet ketubot dinar, you have to have land more than the value of the two ketubot, a dinar. So clearly Rabbi Shimon holds that you have to have land, you have to have mekarkaen, not metaltalin. Ela hacha bedinar mishabde kamefligi. Over here we're talking about a dinar from mishubadim, meaning maja, right? Hacha bedinar mishabde kamefligi. They're arguing whether it's enough to have a dinar that's not free. It's already enslaved. It's already mishubad to somebody else's loans, right? How is that?
The karka is a collateral.
The karka is collateralized. It's collateralized to the other ketubah, or it's in hak to somebody else. So the Gemara is saying like this: Ela hacha bedina mishabde kamiflagi mor savar mi bnei horin in mi metaltele mi mishabde lo can be mishubad. Umor savar Rabbi Shimon says afilu mi mishabde, even from mishubadim. So therefore, Rabbi Shimon holds that the question is when you're paying a debt, do we say, oh, the two of you are paying the debt and therefore it's considered extra, or do we say no, it's not considered extra? Extra is when you're taking, not when you're paying. Tanakama says the fact that you're paying the first ketubah doesn't count as mishubad, doesn't count as motar, and Rabbi Shimon says it does, and therefore they could both get. Therefore they could both get ketubah. The first ones can get ketubah benin dichrin. Says Gemara, if that's what you're saying, that Rabbi Shimon is being mekel, and he's saying it's enough to have a motar dinar even from the hov that they're paying to the other sons. Rabbi Shimon omer im yesham motar dinar. Im yesham sounds like in this case I'm not sure if there's a motar dinar. It's not true. You're telling me that since you're paying the children of the second one their ketubah because the husband died when the mother was alive and it became payable, and that's considered motar because we together are paying that debt. Hihachi, Rabbi Shimon should say, Kivan sheyesh sham otar dinar. They get the Ketubot imam mevele. In this case, by definition, it's there. It's not a question. It's not. In the case before, we were saying metaltali. This case doesn't, by definition, have metaltali. So you say, if there's metaltali, yes. If there's no metaltali, no. But when we're talking about dinar mishabdeh, this case, by definition, has mishabdeh. Why shouldn't you say kivan? Since there's mishabdeh, since there's the note that you're paying to the brothers is considered a motar, it's considered something above the value of the ketubot, we should say that it's payable. Ella, we have a new argument, new way of explaining the machloket. Bepachot midinar kamiflagi. They're arguing when the Gemara said that you have to, in order to make ketubah benin dichrin, you have to have the value of the two ketubot plus a dinar. Is a dinar davka, or maybe as long as you have a peruta extra is enough. Ella. Bepachot midinar kamiflagi. They're arguing when it's less than a dinar. Mor savar, one holds dinar im pachot midinar lo. If it's a dinar, yes. If it's less than a dinar, no. That's Rabbi Shimon. Umor savar. No, it comes out. No, sorry. Tanakama holds. Rabbi Shimon holds a dinar, and the Tanakama holds no, sorry. We're going to say Rabbi Shimon holds less than a dinar, and the Tanakama holds you need a dinar. That's why the Tanakama says there is no ketubah benin dichrin over here, and Rabbi Shimon holds there is. Says the Gemara, Veha Rabbi Shimon dinar ka'amar. Rabbi Shimon says you do need a dinar. So why is he giving a ketubah benin dichrin if he also need a dinar? V'chi teima, what are you going to say? Epuch, flip it over. If you're going to flip it, switch the names. Divrei Rabbi Shimon, Chachamim Omrim, or something like that. Rashi, v'chi teima epuch, not the pirusha de parshinam bepluktayu. Switch the explanation in the Mishnah. Epuch ve'ema. And this way we're Ba'im Banei Shalzu. When we said before Ba'im Banei Shalzu, the children of this one is Bnei Shniyah, they get their ketubah, and the first ones don't. Ve'ema like this. Ba'im Banei Shalzu is Bnei Rishonah. The children of the first one take the ketubah. That's the sons of the first wife who died. They get it as ketubah benin dichri. The ka'amar deshakli ketubah benin dichri. Rabbi Shimon comes and he says, Em yesham otar dinar, kulam notlim. If there's an extra dinar, everybody takes it. Em lav, ela pachot mi dinar, then there's no ketubah benin dichrim cholkim b'shaveh. So Rabbi Shimon is the one saying, I need more than this. So what's the meaning? Tanakama said there was less than a dinar left over. And Rabbi Shimon says, no, you have to have a dinar left over. V'chi teima epuch Tanakama de matnitin nami dinar ka'amar. Rashi, v'ha Tanakama de matnitin de ka'amar Rabbi Shimon alayhu afilu yesham nechasim she'en la machariyut enam klum nami dinar ka'amar de katani yasham yete dinar v'Tanakama de matnitin hu Tanakama de braita. Meaning, we're assuming that the Tanakama of the next Mishnah is the Tanakama of the Braita, and everybody holds you need a dinar. So this idea that there's a Tana that holds you need less than a dinar is hard to establish. Ela, you have to say Ki hanach tere lishne kama'eh. You have to go back to the first two lishonot. Either that they're arguing about about dinar mikarka'eh, whether I need the dinar to be karka or not, or whether it's enough to have the dinar of mishabde or not. But epuche, switch it. Not the way we learned it in the beginning that Rabbi Shimon is mekel. He makes more ketubah benin dichri and Tanakama is mahmir. But the way we just flipped it, Rabbi Shimon holds you only get ketubah benin dichri if there's an additional dinar. And the Tanakama holds no, this dinar is enough. Now whether they're arguing about that the dinar that we have over here is mikar ka'eh, has to be mikar ka'eh, not metaltali. like we said in the beginning, that maybe they were paying the first